Good morning! Today is the 15th of January and it is 2 minutes past 11 in the morning. And as a seamstress, I often don't have things to wear because I'm always working for other people. This week, I've made a few things over there behind me, hanging there, those little dresses for an order. And then I've also did some other things, also for orders. But I need a dress because you see, over Christmas, I ate like a little pig and I gained weight. And now the things that is cool enough, because it is summer in Cape Town and it is so hot. Today's nice, but my goodness, we've had days where I was literally melting on the floor. So we need to make a dress for Saturday, because Saturday I have a thing that I have to attend and there's a certain dress code. So kind of formal, not formal, but more corporate. But I'm not corporate, so I'm putting my spiel on the corporate. So I looked through my fabric stash and I have some fabrics that I'm trying to use up, and there's some scraps. And then I came across these two sleeves. So I am really into big sleeves at the moment. And I remember making the sleeves, cutting them out for something else, and then the person didn't want them. It was like 7 years ago. So today we're going to use these sleeves. And we are going to use this fabric. It's a cotton with the most beautiful little stripe, but I tried to make a dress out of that once and it didn't work because it was just too busy and my head was spinning. So we're going to make a dress. The thing is, I've got the stripes and the black, and I think they play beautifully together. And I have an idea for the dress. I have the sleeves and have a little black inset over here, maybe two there, and then just the dress going down. And because I carry extra weight at the moment, I want voluminous. Now, I know they say when you carry extra weight, go smaller than bigger. I don't agree with that. I agree with it on other people, but not on me. Firstly, if I'm hot and bothered and carry extra weight, then I don't want anything touching me. As you can see, I'm wearing the loosest dress in my cupboard today for that reason. Secondly, I don't like restriction. My tactile intolerance and other issues, like my one friend, she was recently diagnosed for being on the spectrum, and she said, my isms are holding me back. Well, I also have some isms and they're holding me back some days. So we're going to make a dress. And when I started this channel, I did a dress in 3 hours. And today we're going to beat that time. We have to cut out and then put it all together. One advantage is the sleeves are done. So let's get going. I have this pattern, McCall's M7969. Love it. One of my favorites. I'm going to use that as my base. And I have the sleeves, and then I have this piece left over of the sleeves, and that's what we're going to use. We're going to start with the bodice. So in that pattern, usually the sleeve ends here and then you just gather it, but this sleeve, the sleeve head's not big enough. So I cut out the bodice and then I added these two pieces. That's going to go over the shoulder. And I think I'm going to just bind it with this lip elastic because I do not have fabric to bind. And I think the color is quite close. Let's have a look. What do you think? Yeah, I think it will work. It might wash out after a while, but I don't think it's going to be a problem. We're going to bind it. Yeah, I think I'm going to bind it. Let's go. Okie dokie. So first step is do the sides together. Let's just see here. So usually it goes there. I do like that. Oh, this black. So I'm just going to do French seams, because then I don't have to worry about overlocking. And with a French seam, you sew it 1 millimeter from the side, from the edge, like I did there. And then you fold it over. Usually you will press it. Today I'm just going to finger press because cotton is quite forgiving. And we only have 2 hours. Or we need to finish this within 3 hours. I must just keep my head together so I don't end up doing it the wrong way. Okay, we'll cook. What I was not wanting to do, I just did in the front. Oh, we have to unpick. But this is how far we are. So it is like this. And then the straps needs to go over the shoulders. But let me quickly unpick this part because I did it the wrong side. So we're busy putting the straps on. And I'm also doing the French seams because I feel French seams are quite sturdy. And And then after this, so one of the reasons why I'm chasing through this is because I have an order that I need to work on, and I don't want to change my cotton because the order is in white, and so I just quickly want to finish the black stuff on this before I start with the order, and then I will take it from there. But the other thing is, I find holidays is so much fun, but they do get in the way of keeping your momentum. I was really chuffed with the momentum I built up in November when we did the 30 days of sewing live every day, and I've kind of lost all of that because I had to go and house sit, and then when I got back I just didn't feel like sewing again. So I'm really trying to get that momentum back at the moment and just get my butt into gear, because bills, orders, customers, all those things, that's important. For all those reasons, I need to get myself going again. So when you are sewing, just a quick tip, and now I give these tips in between. Make sure this is at the top when you finish, because then you don't have a lot of threads gathering at the bottom. I've put it on over this. I like how it fits. I like this. I just feel like I need to put a dart there, and yeah, then I can put the sleeves in and do the neck. I think I'm going to do the neck first because I don't want the neck to pull too much. So with lip elastic, you want it to stretch a little bit, but not too much. So I know it's extra time, but I'm just going to tack it right around. And then when you've tacked it, you can just fold it over and sew both at the same time. It feels counterintuitive because it feels like it takes more time, but it actually saves you time. Okay, it is tacked in place, and you just pull it a little bit, I would say it's about 5% of stretch on the elastic, because this fabric is not stretchy. And now we're going to fold it over and just pull it a little bit as you go, just like so it's straight, and then it will lie flat. Okay, and then there where you connected it, just cut it skew so they don't accidentally stick out. We're going to start at the back and just work our way around. And I'm just using my fingers, folding it over as I go and stitching on the edge. And I don't go too fast, just so I can guide it better. So this is a V-neck top. If you look on that, you're just going to sew it at an angle like that. I've drawn a little line where I'm going to sew. These are the sleeves, and I really like them. And we are now going to pin them into the bodice. I am so relieved. I was quite worried that there's not enough fabric to gather, but look, there's more than enough to gather into the sleeve, so to give it a nice puff. Oh, I love puff sleeve. It's pinned, and we are going to sew it where it's pinned, and then afterwards we will quickly gather for the caps, or for the sleeve tops, and then sew that part in place. And then the bodice needs overlocking around the sleeves, and then we're done. This is how far we are, and I like it. 12:27. Ooh, I don't know. Okay, let's keep going. I'm not going to panic. I'm just going to keep going. So for the skirt, I want to do pleats because I don't want it too puffy, and pleats can actually hang really nice and flat. So we are going to sew the side seams together. I just took 2 widths of material. This is actually quite wide. It's 1.5 wide. But I want a lot of volume. Now I found halfway, and I am just going to give it pleats like this that I can do box pleats with. So when you fold it open, it forms a box pleat like that. So you have half your thing, you pin a pin. Then you fold it in half again, and there is 2 pieces of fabric. I'm going to put a pin in each one of those pieces. And now we will fold it again. Bring all the pins together over there. Now we're going to put there's 4 pieces of fabric, so we're going to put 4 pins. Or, it's actually easier, 4 pieces of fabric, just do your little knips. And when you do your little knips, you can actually know where to do your pleats. And I am just eyeballing it. And yeah, now we can put all the pleats. The front pleats are done. And when we pin, I'll show you what to do next. After I've showed you the last part where I just kept on folding it in quarters and then in between, I've now sewed all the pleats, and then I just kept on going with the pleats until it fit onto the bodice part. And now we're going to pin the bodice to the dress. But let's have a look at time. I'm stressing. Okay, we are at 1 o'clock, almost 1. And we started at 2 minutes past 11, so it means we are in 2 hours now. I'm not sure we're going to get it done in 3 hours, but let's see. I have a dress underneath because it's still, the sides are open so I can see where the pockets needs to go. But oh my goodness, I really, 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 really love it. This is exactly what I wanted. We might just still make it at 3 hours. I don't know where my phone is, we'll see now. And I'm just doing a fold and then another fold, and that is my hem. I don't want to overlock, because if you overlock with white or with black, I don't want it to shine through on this fabric on the other side. So I'm just eyeballing it and going right around. We have done the hem and the pockets, and now I just need to make the V in the front a bit higher. We are done. Let's get that phone and see what time it is. Okay, it is 36 minutes past 1. We actually beat my last record. We made a dress in 2.5 hours. From start to finish. I did cheat a little bit with the sleeves, but the last dress I made had very simple sleeves, so I think they count for the same amount, because with this one I did have to figure out the top and stuff. Okay, let's go and put it on.